We can't combine the price and the years in
How
one.
can you combine? Can you give me one example? If you can perfectly combine, I can accept.
Uh, I'm not sure about it. Okay.
And other
Then
members of the meeting, do you have any idea how to group this graph? Saya, Nazarke, other members, don't you have any idea about it? First one, I think they are silent now. If you are grouping, exactly you need to find which one is the most easiest and shortest one. This is the rule. That can be suitable for two paragraphs. If I choose years, I have 10 years. So I need to explain, I need to describe year by year. At least 10 sentences I need, at least. But I have as well two subjects. So I need 20 subjects, 20 sentences. Phone services, residential phone services. For each one, I need to describe 10 years. How can I create 20 sentences? I have word limit in IELTS Writing Task 1, 150 at least, but maximum, in my opinion, 180 limit. Not too long, otherwise you will make mistakes. So, year by year explanation will be the first mistake. Why? Second reason, if you try to repeat the same sentence, you will get zero. It's the same vocabulary for 2001, 2002, 2003. It increased, it was 5%, it was 10%, it went up, it went down. Same. I'm not showing different things. So, another version I'm thinking, not year by year. I need to find the cutting edge. 2006. Before 2006, after 2006. So I have one group, one paragraph, one group, one paragraph. As well, the trajectory changed. So it will be good for me to use different vocabulary, different sentence structures. And in these paragraphs, no need to write year by year. Directly over, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over the first 6 or over the first 5 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And over the following, over the second 5 year period. I can describe like this. So directly I group 5 year, 5 years. No need to explain everything deeply. So I need to describe the line, the trajectory now in these 5 years. This is all. And then when I describe the line, when I describe the second line, it means another criteria, another example, another sample. Then third sentence will be the compare contrast. What's going on for together. Then step by step, I need to come to the second paragraph. Same situation, the trajectory change. What happened to the first one? And second, and then compare. And then conclusion, overall, the big picture. From the beginning, what changed? It will be the most easiest version, in my opinion. But not only this, but also we can use money, the cost, annual expenditures, but little bit it requires higher level of knowledge. Why? We can start the cutting edge. Where is the cutting edge? Approximately around $550. Okay. So over 550, below 550, you can. But if you create such a line, it means over, above, or below. Above 550, you have 10-year duration. So how could you describe it? According to my opinion, you can start, for example, approximately $700 to approximately $550 to describe residential phone services, and then continue with the down. It means after 2006, you can say Horizontal phone services, the annual expenditures on horizontal phone services maintained the trajectory, preserved its position, and went down or was going down in the following 5-year period or over the 5-year duration period, we can say. And then I can use this technique for the cell phone services as well. Because we have the cutting edge, according to this cutting edge, till 2006 until $550, I can say approximately from $200, the annual cost, annual expenditures, or annual spendings on cell phone services till 2006 was rising up, and the trajectory remained stable, or the trajectory remained stable and continued rising up over the following second 5-year period. It will be the third option. We have one more option, but I don't suggest it. First one, to do this option, to apply this option in the exam, it will be too difficult. Why? Because generally it can be used only by band 8, band 9 students. It means you need to know higher level structures. Why? Without using numbers, without using years, you need to compare cell phone services expenditure and residential phone services expenditures with each other. You need to compare the trajectory. So it requires huge amount of vocabulary. And it takes too much time that, in my opinion, if you are not good at statistics, you cannot finish this essay in just 20 minutes. Okay? So at least you need to use numbers, few numbers. I think everything is clear here. So basically, I would like to explain finally how to write IELTS Academic Writing Task 1 to summary, and then we will move Writing Academic Task 1 in the following 30 minutes. Academic Writing Task 1, as I said to you, includes 3 sentences, maximum 4 for intro, 3 to 4 for main paragraphs, and then 3 sentences for conclusion. Please not write 2 sentences for intro and conclusion, not right. If you don't have any choice, if you cannot find any more sentence, do it. If you can't find, to not make a mistake, okay, make it short. But if you can write, if you know sentences, if you memorize them, please write 3 sentences. Why? Because 2 sentences cannot be a paragraph. This is all. And you will lose your mark. Directly you will lose your mark. In my opinion, I cut your mark. Because 2 sentences cannot be a paragraph. It is impossible. And it's an academic text. Okay? This is the first rule. Second one, how to write intro. I will summary. Okay, first one. General idea is summarizing the main prompt. It means your question. But summary doesn't mean that change the word, not rephrase the word. This is for 6.5, 6.5. But after 6.5, 7.5, you need to change the sentence, not fully. Reverse. Change the places of the words. Try to explain it differently. It means just change some words, but say it differently. Till 7.5. After 7.5 to band 9, they are changing the sentence totally, but has the same meaning. Okay? Second question, the second sentence of introduction. Generally, you can talk about the criteria, or you can talk about what changed mainly, the most significant visible change. Be careful. Intro and conclusion look totally similar. But only one difference we have, according to my opinion, to make it easier. Introductions, overview, it means overview is in introduction, not in another paragraph. Overview of introduction means last 2 sentences. Describe the most significant change from beginning to end, not between them. Or over all the charts, over all the diagram, over all the graph. It means visually describe too basically, too short, what's going on? What is it about? Tell me. This is all without details. Detail and between the beginning and end, if it is a statistical graph or if it is a chart, diagram, something like that, it means the process, the most significant change, the most significant information during the process will be the conclusions sentence. Actually, they are same things, right? Introductions, overview, conclusions, overview. The most significant, the most significant. But the first one, from beginning to end, what is the difference? What changed at the end? You need to tell me this. How it changed and the effect of it, the result of it, conclusion of it is conclusions idea. It means deep explanation. So the most problematic approach of students is they are wasting all their information in paragraphs. Yesterday as well I experienced in one lesson. I just overemphasize it, please. Not write everything. Not write what you know. Because till conclusion, if you write everything, when it comes to conclusion, you cannot find anything to write. Then zero. Not repeat. Okay? So before starting the essay, you need to write an overview. It means you need to write a draft. Then we can come to the main paragraph. Main paragraphs is about totally grouping. That's what I showed you basically deeply in the previous webinar I did. You need to group the graph, group the question, group the elements of this data. Then first group. Just talk about the first group in the first paragraph, talk about the second group in the second paragraph, then conclusion. How to write conclusion to basically. First sentence. Mostly, what is it about? The whole graph. Overview. Because of it, we are calling overview to sum up, to summary, all in all, to wrap up. These beginnings we are using. And then I'm describing. For example, let me see the graph. Overall, in the given 10-year duration, the drastic change happened. The most drastic change happened. And cell phone services overwhelmed. Okay, the annual expenditures, average annual expenditures on residential. Okay, the average annual expenditures on cell phone services overwhelmed average annual spendings or expenditures on what is this? Residential phone services. This is the overview. It can be the first one or the second one. Another one easy version. In this given 10 years, while residential phone services expenditures was going down, average annual spendings on cell phone services or the average usage of cell phone services and the cost of it showed, depict, illustrated, draw a significant dramatic, important, major change. We can say like this. These are basic versions. Then after it, how it comes, what changed. While the average spending on residential phone services in the beginning approximately or below $700, it turned to nearly $400 in the following 10 years. However, the situation totally be seen reversed in the usage of cell phone services. Overall, how can I conclude it objectively? Overall, it can be easily understood that in the given 10 years, do I have the country here? There in investment sample services shows the comparison between relevant. No, there's no country, I guess. So United States, okay. Okay. In the United States, in the given 10 years, the residents, citizens started using their cell phones instead of residential phones to maintain their conversation. Finish. This is my objective idea because I can easily see it. What I try to change, I see the small letters. It means in the question it is not written United States. Yes, I saw finally at the end of the graph that is United States services. Okay, so I mentioned it. We can do. So where is this? Where is this? Nazake, Binka, Mark, or other members. For example, Mark or Nazake. Who is ready? Mark, are you there?
I'm there, but I'm not ready.
Please summary.
Uh,
Can you give me your own conclusion? What do you
to
think?
conclude,
Yes, main.
we observe how uh, through 10 years the cell phone average cost of cell phone services are rise dramatically and
Rose dramatically fast.
rose
Mhm.
rose rose dramatically and residential average uh, usage and cost of residential phone services are mm, fall
Fell.
fell
Or was falling down. Why not? We can say because it can be past continuous as well if you give the duration. So
fell in 10 years or
over the 10 years. So we have different explanations. For example, in these 10 years, in the given 10 years, in this, for example, between 2001, I need to see because of my consultees, between 2001 2010, another option, over 10-year period, over 10-year duration, we can see these 5 sentences will be enough for this seminar. As well, I will show you now other versions. So let's come to the mode creation tip. We have mode sentences. Why I use mode sentences? Because English has already established. We already created in British English, American English, or English. No need to try to create your own sentences because this is academic. So we have some sentences for academic side. At the universities, while writing scientific articles, we are using them. You cannot create your own version. No need to do it as well. Okay? So to do it, you need to just memorize these sentences. This is all. Or you need to create your own sentence academically. Then, when you use these sentences in the exam, not waste your time. It means while writing an essay, just have a draft. This is my sentence structure. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. In the exam, like a fill in the blank sentences, as you see on the screen. Write your sentence, fill in the blanks according to data. According to data, fill in the blanks. Then, once nine example. Without hesitation, you can finish. Otherwise, during the exam, you need to think, what kind of sentence structure should I write, blah, blah. The biggest problem of the exam is hesitation. I have seen a lot of students, they have confidence. They are so confident. They say, oh, this is easy. I can easily do it. In my real life, for example, at home, I can easily write in 5 minutes any kind of essay, blah, blah, blah. They say, I'm good at speaking, I'm good at writing, teacher, I can do. But when it comes to the exam room, what happened? What happened to your confidence? Then they fail. Sometimes they read questions wrong. They don't understand the question because of panicking out. And then they write an answer for another question, totally off topic. Then zero. Even they are bound 9. I saw a student, she wrote answer on the paper, not an answer sheet. She forgot. Imagine panicking. So you have to be ready. IELTS is not difficult if you are ready, if you memorize your answers. So let's start. You can choose one of them. All of them is just paraphrasing the main idea and synonyms according to different charts. Okay? Then, when it comes to idea, just you need to fill in the blanks. Generally, I give it in the lessons to my students. It's not problem. And as well, if you like to follow our next seminars with your friends, I will give all these multiplication techniques. And it's just the first one. With other ones, I will give as a document to you free. Just you need to follow our next seminars. So, paraphrasing main idea. The chart, the graph, table, diagram, visuals, data, illustrate, please take a note, illustrate, demonstrate, depicts, clearly shows, claim, or gives an evidence. It's evidence that. How many synonyms I give you? Use them. No need to think, how can I create a different sentence? No, just memorize the synonyms. Because in the next sentence, you can give, it provides, it gives an idea, it shows the most significant evidence. As you see, I'm mixing evidence, depict, idea with the elementary level rules. It provides A1, A2. This is all. The given visual, as you see, the given visuals, graph, visual, table, visual. The provided chart, graph, table. The structure is always the same in IELTS academic writing task plan. Just you need to analyze the graph. It's up to your IQ level, unfortunately. This is all. If you memorize these sentences, just you need to fill in the blanks. So the first one, the chart illustrates blah blah blah. It means it is your question. You need to write your question here over a period of 10 years, 5 years, 6 years. Finish. As you see, too easy. Second sentence. It provides an overview of so what? What's going on in this essay, in this graph? It provides an overview of, let me show you, overview of the proportion of pupils or kids attending for secondary school types. Bitti. Finish. Then come to the third sentence. Overall, it can be observed that, it can be clearly seen that, it can be depicted that, it can be understood that, it can be analyzed that, okay, that a general trend or key takeaway, general trend. Be careful, not give detail, otherwise your intro become a conclusion, you will lose your exam. General trend. First of all, try to understand, is there a general trend or not? Do we have a trend? It's a table. Where is the trend? It means there is a correlation, a relationship between them or not. Let me analyze. From 2000 to 2009, first one, specialist schools decreased. Grammar schools decreased. Volunteer controlled schools decreased. Community schools increased. Aha, only community schools increased. Come to the main sentence to fill in the blanks. Overall, it can be clearly, it can be clearly observed that only the attendance of community schools in the given uh, 3 years showed an increase, while other ones depicted a significant decrease. Maybe I can say it like this. It is a little bit detailed, but I am trying to show you how to give the trend, because there is no trend actually. I created my own trend. It means I turned this table into line graph to analyze the table graph easily as making it a visual material. It is not a visual material, it's a table. I cannot understand table. It should be the line, the trajectory, the graph, to use extra vocabulary. Okay, I think everything is clear. Come, second paragraph. It means body paragraph 1. We need 3 sentences for each one. This is all. Over the given period, there was a significant increase, decrease in blah blah reaching in year. Over the given period, come. Over the given period, it means from 2000 to 2009. Specialist schools, grammar schools, and voluntarily controlled schools lost their attendance rates or attendance performance. In 2000, in 2000, specialist schools lost 2%, grammar schools 12, and volunteer controlled schools lost 30% of their attendance performance till 2009. As you see, I'm not describing year by year. Overview, 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 overview. Not repeating number, number, number. Number is for band 4 to 6.5. To not repeat. I'm thinking now. And as you see, I'm not reading somewhere. And I will show you the sample answer that I wrote before the lesson, before this seminar. So let's come to another version. What is this? Here, for making comparisons and contrast. When comparing X and Y, it is evident that was consistently higher, lower than Y throughout the period. So let's come. When it is comparing to specialist schools and grammar schools, the biggest change was observed in grammar schools by losing half of their participants in the given 3 years, or in the given, I think this is 9 years, 10, in the given 10 years. 2000, 9 minus 2000, approximately there are 10 years we have. So another version. I need to compare now other two. In here, blah blah, x stood at the value, whereas y was significantly lower or higher at value. Especially we can use it for the line graphs. Okay, so this is not suitable for supporting the data, but we can talk about highlighting the difference or similarities in trends. So I can turn the graph into a trend line graph. So despite an overall decrease, the gap between two remained consistent, varied over time. The gap, the difference now I can mention. Let's see. What is it? The gap between 2000 and 2009 was the highest that we can observe in volunteer controlled school. So I can use this sentence in the third sentence of the main paragraph. 1. About, not about, for example, comma, what I said, was observed in volunteer controlled schools attendance report, comma, 32%. Finito. Come to the second paragraph. Now, in second paragraph, what can I say? Community schools and the others. However, nevertheless, nonetheless, on the other hand, opposite. Generally, I use nevertheless, nonetheless. Or on the other hand, will be okay because nevertheless, nonetheless show negative situation. So community schools attendance is not a negative situation. It makes my essay a little bit confusing. On the other hand, attendance of community schools. Do I have country? No, I don't think so. No, yes. Attendance of community schools in the given 10 years showed a dramatic increase, a dramatic change by 46%. This change was as high as the total, the sum, the sum of the other, the total change of given other three schools. 2% for specialist schools, 12% for grammar schools, and 32% for volunteer schools. The overall change, yeah, the overall change in community schools of their attendance report was as high as the total sum of the changes in the other given three schools. We can say like this. And overall, it can be clearly understood that community schools, let's come to the last one. Despite these fluctuations, despite these changes, the general trend was upward, downward, or ending at by the final year. So, despite all the changes in specialist schools, grammar schools, and volunteer control school, 4 times, for approximately 5 time increase was experienced by the attendance ratio of community schools. It is another version. So we have the conclusion. So Binka, LMS, Mark, who can create the conclusion? Binka, you send a message so you can describe it, I guess. Mark,
Okay. In 1 second, I will think about. Uh, in Despite all changes
mhm,
uh, over the 10 years, uh, community schools uh, increased sharply for nearly 50%.
mhm.
Uh, and other schools like grammar school, specialist school
Mhm.
uh, are showed uh, decrease.
Overall,
Uh,
be careful.
or,
When the meeting ends, sorry, I need to interrupt you while you are thinking. Meeting will end because it's limited with 1 hour only. Please use the second link. Come to the second meeting
okay.
in chat box. Mhm.
Uh, so I forget my main thing. So
Okay, I will try to help you like this. Where is the conclusion? Pop, 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 pop. Now I'm going to the graph, and your conclusion is in the chat box. Step by step, can you choose one sentence from each one of them to describe the conclusion?
Uh,
You can change them as well, according to the situation.
yeah, okay, okay. Generally, the overall pattern highlights the uptrend
Mm-hmm.
in community schools. Uh, also, community schools experienced a sharp rise. Uh,
A sharp rise.
others, a sharp rise.
Mm-hmm.
Other schools showed uh, a downward trend.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the data hints that a potential shift towards towards
Towards
uh, society schools or
state schools. Maybe you can
state
paraphrase like
school,
this.
state schools.
Mm-hmm. Then, that's all. Would you like to say something?
Uh, than than other schools, than than other schools, I think.
Mm-hmm. For example, who would like to use most sentences? Who would like to give their own conclusion? Binka, Saya, other ones, LMS.
Hello, I can try to do it. It's
Mm-hmm.
Albina. It's
Ah,
my other nickname.
hello, Binka.
Okay. Okay. The based on the table, yes, secondary school
Yeah,
attendance.
yeah, yeah. As well in chat box, you can
Okay,
find
right.
some more sentences.
Mm, okay. Um, just a second. The data as a whole suggests that the proportion of the secondary school attendance um, is changed during the last 9 year,
Mm-hmm.
um, where the uh, um, where during this year the community school demonstrates decrease in the first 5 year, and
Mm-hmm.
in the ninth year it started to rise.
Mm-hmm. Again,
Is it
it
right?
went up, goes up, rise,
Okay.
increase.
Okay. um okay. um while community school in 2009 showed a significant increase, uh, other in other years, in other past years, it showed decrease.
Mm-hmm.
No, decrease. Yeah, it showed decrease. And the next sentence, just a second. This trend suggests that mm, this trend suggests that by ninth year, the community schools started to be more popular.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's will be finished.
And overall, what can I understand? Last sentence is always like this. What should I understand? Why they
Mm,
wrote it? Did you remember this sentence
mm,
that I said to you? Eh,
The trend, yes. um, the second, let me think. This trend suggested.
Imagine that. Why
This
these
trend.
scientists made this survey. What is their aim? What they found? What they have to found?
Mm, uh,
Just a
to,
lot of money.
This trends that suggest that the community school started to be more popular
Mhm.
within their indicators by rising up to 58% by 2009.
Hmm, what can I understand? Community schools. Community schools generally states for everybody.
Mhm.
In the given
Attendance of in the attendance in secondary school in community schools. It's made more paraphrase this or of sentence.
but not only paraphrasing, I'm talking. People were choosing community schools rather than other schools. It means community
Ah,
schools gained their popularity. People were turning their face to state schools.
mhm.
Now I can say like this, it will be better. So while doing it, can you read this long answer section in just 1 minute? I think we have enough time.
The make introduction.
Yes, from long answer, all of them. This is the essay of the exam.
Mhm. Could you send the please to the chat this long answers, and I can try to make an introduction for this task. Do we have enough time to do it?
No, I've already
Because
sent
I'm
it.
thinking. Okay.
So conclusion.
Mm. Mhm. Okay. Um, can you back to this chart to the table, please? Uh-huh. The translate the
Last
witness
sentence. How
stand.
to
I
build
don't
it.
know this word. Okay. This is examples. Just yeah.
This is real example. For
Mhm.
example, it is likely that factors such as government policies or school performance played a crucial role in shaping these trends. Will be a good, high, advanced ending. But be careful, this is for Band 9 students. For Band 7, 8, I gave you. So let's come to the writing task 2 seminar. Link is in the chat.
Okay.
Already will end, I guess, soon. Guys, all the members, please do the second link before ending the all meeting. Come to the second seminar. So let's wait only 1 minute for others. So, Binka, listening to you, can you summarize IELTS writing task 2 what I said to you in the past while waiting for others?
So can you repeat it, please? I
Okay,
did.
while waiting for others, can you summarize what is what IELTS writing task 2 is? What did you
What is that? the what is the writing task one?
Task
The
2.
what I
This
did
is
in.
writing task 2 now. We already finished task 1.
Okay. The writing task two is more about the giving idea and the explanation of it. For example, as if I'm not mistaken, XY about the XYZ method. The giving the trying to make a main arguments and based on this try to explain, and the conclusion can be vary of than rather than the writing task one, as in writing task two we can give the uh, idea to analyzing a little bit opinion, but without using the subjects. No
Perfect.
subjects like I answer this.
Perfect. So, in detail, if you are writing task 2, how could you create your sentences? Do you have your own mold sentences?
How we can create the sentence?
Do you have your own mold sentences, or do you know some structures?
No, unfortunately, I didn't remember.
Okay. So, let's start. First of all, I said to you something, Alvina, about the common mistakes of the students. So, what do you remember about the common mistakes of the students?
Common mistakes. Just we discussed in the our last lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Maybe that just don't use ideas in conclusion and in introduction. We just need to describe, maybe shortly, give the overall something like this in intro and in the conclusion part. If we start to use this in our introduction and conclusion, maybe we just lose all our ideas, and if, especially in my case, um, it will be nothing to say, nothing to write in conclusion. Um,
Mm-hmm.
um, I think it's a basic one. That's
How to write
um,
intro, main paragraphs, and conclusion? Do you know sentence structures? Did I say to you something about it?
in about introduction. Introduction should be short, like 3 sentences will be enough.
3 to 4.
Uh, yeah, 3 to 4 sentences will be enough, and the paragraphs we should support the idea, for example, the positive or negative one, and defining our position, like in speaking part three, if I'm not mistaken, and trying to giving the arguments in the each paragraphs, and in conclusion, um, let me think. In conclusion, just summarizing and giving the result of and just opinion uh, uh, about this situation, um, and but we shouldn't use any subjects.
Okay. So let's start writing task 2. Especially writing task 2. The criteria we have task response, coherence, cohesion, lexical use of text. In the previous webinar, we discussed. But the problem actually starts here. How to use range of sentence structures, accuracy of grammar, or master of punctuation. These are the common mistakes, as I said to you in the writing task 1 webinar, that not use a lot of difficult vocabulary, a lot of words, idiomatic expressions, and so on. Not try to create difficult sentences that confuse examine. Okay, Not try to paraphrase all the sentences, not try to paraphrase the question. Just in the first sentence of introduction, you can talk about the statement of the prose. Otherwise, the other things, the other paraphrasing tools will be totally wrong in IELTS writing task 2. First of all, you need to write your own draft, as I said to you. Draft should include till band 7.5. I think in my lessons as well, I mentioned to my students that please focus on finding ideas. But finding ideas, three or more ideas will be beneficial for band till band 7.5. Before 7.5, okay, after 7.5 or higher than this score, no need to give three or more ideas. Find one, two, then that is enough. Deeply explain. But deep explanation requires huge amount of vocabulary, words. Okay, everything is clear. So, directly, I would like to show you the structure. Then, we need to discuss mode creation technique. First one, up, 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 up. I would like to put, there is this here, sentences in our chat box. While talking, you can use these sentences. So, the question is to you. Mark, are you ready?
Uh, which theme do we talk about?
Let me make it larger. It is to you. Let's go please.
Senior. Uh, well, some argue that uh, some just one moment.
First one is creating mold, as creating the draft. Draft is not about your essay. Draft, I think the meaning, how to create your essay, the structure. It means your idea, your answer, your second idea, opposite idea, vocabulary, in what paragraph you would like to mention what, how to conclude. This is your draft plan. Can you talk about your plan?
Okay. Firstly, mm, I'll start with introduction where I say about like opposite side and my side that I support. Then
What is
I'll
your idea?
try idea.
What idea you support according to this question? Do you have any idea? For example,
Um,
yeah, go ahead.
no, I don't have any idea.
Alvina, do you have any idea? What is your
Maybe
answer? Direct answer.
mm, I'm not supporting the bracing, replacing of the old buildings
Mm-hmm.
if it protected by government.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
That's my
What
idea.
are the
Maybe
reasons?
the reason it's express first of all mm, oh, first of all it can express our history and can be some cultural, I don't know this word, maybe cultural exhibition of the nations, maybe of the countries. And the third one, maybe the these old buildings we can restore and monetize to make maybe I'm thinking about the writing about the paragraphs. In first the maybe in first paragraph I will explain the reason why I'm not supporting this idea of the of the clocking down the buildings. And the second one, maybe I will write about mm, we can restore it and monetize, and it can be secured by government.
Mhm.
And maybe then conclusion.
Okay. So, Mark, would you like to add something more?
I think I would have the opposite idea that maybe the old buildings need to be replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Why? Of course.
uh, because firstly they are pretty old and they are uh, not they're pretty dangerous because they can collapse in some day or in with some earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
Then we also may think about how these buildings uh, looks in a city. Uh, Maybe uh, we have modern city and these buildings just not match with our um, our view of the city.
Mm-hmm. So, Mark, can you start with the chat box? Actually, maybe I can put the question in a chat box. It will be easier for us. Then you need to create introduction and main paragraph. Albina is up to you. Yeah, question is in chat box. Sentences are on the screen. Let's start, please.
Um, while some agree that um, old buildings, many old buildings must be protected by law.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Others suggest that uh, it must be replaced by new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, this essay will discuss both perspective and provide recent options on the matter.
Perfect.
Uh, and now I'll talk about why.
Why? It means your own ideas you need to talk about. It means you need to give me the reasons.
Uh, Firstly, old buildings are uh, uh, firstly old buildings can collapse after the first earthquake and uh,
Exact idea.
and
Not deep pickable. Deep is for the main paragraph.
oh,
For example, demolished buildings, demolished accommodation, demolished living site, possesses or possess possible danger for residents, for
Ah,
civilians. It's a little bit higher level, we can say. Basically, what can I say? Demolish buildings, ruined areas, old buildings pose a possible danger or just are dangerous for people live nearby or live in the neighborhood, level by level.
so we're trying to make some short, I would say, understanding of what we'll talk about in body.
Yes, just you need to give me
Ah,
the
okay.
XYZ key points. This is all, not detail. Detail will be the main paragraph. It is intro.
Okay.
So, Binka, according to the mark, can you give me your first main paragraph?
Oh my god, I forgot what he said. Just a second.
Not only I'm talking, you need to listen to me and listen to your friend as well.
I can't forget that I can't say.
Mark, can
Like
you
he went
summarize one
the
more time?
So, uh, should I repeat like full? Ah,
Ah,
okay.
yeah, yes.
So, so while some agree that many old buildings must be protected by law,
Mm-hmm.
others suggest that old buildings must knocked down and replaced by new ones. Uh, uh, old buildings may cause a danger to citizens that lives nearby to old buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And this essay will discuss both perspective and provide a reasoned opinion on the matter.
Mhm.
So listen.
Okay. Mm, Spider. Um, one of the main reasons for clocking down of the old buildings
Mm-hmm.
that is that they are too old and they can be crashed in any time, especially in earthquakes. Ah, no, 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 no. For example, um, the case in Turkey, the in oh no no no. For example, the case with Turkey in 2024, which highlights how old buildings will be will be weak and can be crashed in just several seconds every time
Mm-hmm.
because of the old construction and the old raw materials in the buildings. Moreover, it can be argued that the old moreover, it can be argued that the old buildings shouldn't be knocked down.
Mm-hmm.
This is because they can store the cultural um,
Heritage. They can preserve the
her-
cultural heritage.
yeah, it can preserve the cultural heritage,
Uh-huh.
making it clear that in some objects can be secured by government because um, they are exist over the 100 over the maybe um, over the years, no, over the decades.
Mm-hmm. Over the century, over
um
the decade, century maybe, because it's a heritage, cultural
yeah,
heritage,
yeah, century, yeah. Oh,
not
I
10
forgot
years.
this word. over the centuries. In addition, for the point. Um, in addition, should I said about the my last sentence or
You can give
in
your
which
last
moreover
sentence.
or
Second main paragraph is up to Mark. You can copy paste these examples, as you know. For example, consequently, that you can summarize.
mm-hmm. mm, in addition, um, no, I don't know what I can say. In addition, about the
In
demolition of the
addition to that,
buildings or mm,
maybe you can give one more idea about demolished building and the safety, because you were talking about the safety. But at the same time, you talked about the cultural heritage. So a little bit confusing article now we have. What is the main
okay,
idea of
I
your
got it.
paragraph?
In addition, the safety of the our citizens can be seen as a direct result of the crashing the buildings, the result of the old construction. This is illustrated by statistics,
Mm-hmm.
which demonstrates um, how the old constructions, old buildings can be can be d- uh, can be damaged, and they can fall down in every time.
Perfect. Mark, up to you.
Uh, on the other hand, there's those who believed that old buildings must be protected.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Must be preserved
this
or
view
protected. Which one?
protected.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about other hand, so I think about that we need to talk why people think that it need to be protected.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Uh, this point supported by uh, world heritage and national history.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, as an example, we uh, as an example, we could say about ancient cities in Greece that was saved by till nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Until nowadays, it's it shows the importance of old constructions that contained the giant part of national history of the country
Mm-hmm.
and of people who lived there.
Perfect. And conclusion of your paragraph.
Um, Nevertheless, the significance of uh, importance of old buildings,
Replacing them, refurbishing
ah,
them, renovating them, renovation of them.
of renovating of old buildings,
Mm-hmm. The significance of the renovation as well, you can say, or reconstruction.
of renovation,
Mm-hmm.
renovation of them cannot be ignored.
As means
as
because. Here, be careful. It is not while. As a second synonym, because. Like since.
as
It means why.
as of its importance to citizens.
Just as enough because you are using a sentence, not a noun. Just as. As of
As
takes the general
as of
after noun clause, not subject verb
uh,
objective sentence. Conclusion. Kurman. Kurman. The other part I couldn't read, unfortunately. So, are you there? Can you finish? Or just are you listening to it? Albina. Conclusion.
Okay. In conclusion, after the considering both sides of the arguments, it's clear that okay. In conclusion,
Your reading is amazing,
after
but
considering,
finish.
okay, it's clear that that we should we should restore or knock it down the old constructions. To sum up, um, to sum up, receive the menus. Just
You can
counting the
continue with
points.
the
Yes.
first sentence. Not sum up doesn't mean that sum up the first and second paragraph. You can talk about the same topic. It can be new, but about the topic. It means you can explain a little bit deeply now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. To sum up, the all the buildings need to be at least restored or how I can say stay instead of the knocked down because I used replaced or should be replaced by choosing new one uh, because and cause of I fairly believe that um, the ignoring this fact can be a cause of the bad consequences for
Mhm,
citizens um, cause of their because of the old buildings is unsafe.
mhm.
Um, Ultimately, the evidence suggests that oh my god, I didn't know what I can see in this point. Uh, um, Ultimately, the evidence suggests that maybe Mark will try.
Mark, conclude. Last sentence.
um,
Why, Mark?
Mark, did you remember what she said?
kind of, but I don't know how to sum up the conclusion in one.
Right. I'm listening to you, both of you. You need to listen.
Uh, in my opinion, while both sides present valid points,
Mm-hmm.
uh, we need to uh,
We need to use sentences on the screen.
we need to
For example, copy paste one sentence from body paragraph 2. Maybe sentence number 4 from body paragraph 2. Nevertheless,
the significance of
that you use, but you need to you need to paraphrase it.
um,
Unfortunately, nonetheless, however,
the
the
importance of
importance or vital role of
the vital role of
historical
re-
areas, historical locations, old buildings.
of historical importance
Mhm.
cannot be ignored as
Cannot be ignored. Now erase it,
cannot
not as.
cannot
Now
be ignored
create a second sentence, and I firmly believe that
cannot be ignored, and I firmly believe that new buildings
use now academic writing task 1. Represent, depict, show, illustrate, gives will be the evidence.
Maybe, and I firmly believe that we can monetize, restore and monetize our cultural or this old buildings.
To what?
To monetize.
No, you are, for example, you are monetizing, you are financially subsidizing to refurbishment or reconstruction of these buildings to ensure the safety of the residential areas.
Ah, okay, I got it.
Paris is full with Mickey Mouses. Tom and Jerry are running on the street. New York, the same. Because of it, I'm saying safety, hygiene, imagination. Use your imagination. Old buildings. Turkey is the best example. And as well, you cannot check, measure, observe the quality of the beton, of the quality of the construction. Because of it, we experienced, I don't know, 2, 3 years ago, such a giant earthquake, the most massive one of the world. Third one, city hygiene, city conditions, Tom and Jerry. Fourth one, burglars, homeless people, criminals. They set a fire, generally, in these buildings after flying, after taking, consuming, intaking drugs. They set a fire. So it will be dangerous for these places. As well, illegal activities in these empty, uninhabited places. What can be the most dangerous activity in these buildings that people can do? Treats our state.
maybe terrorism,
Bombing and terrorism. Second one, the most common one, especially in
Murders.
Malaysia. Huh?
Murders.
In France, Spain, Turkey, United States, United Kingdom. It is too common.
homeless.
Sexual harassment.
No.
Too common. It's murders. As a result.
Because of it, these buildings should be closed. or secured by the government, because these buildings are mostly empty without any security, protection, etc. And while girls, boys, children are just wandering about or around the building, it will be a possible danger. It poses possible danger to them. I've seen a lot of cases in my life that you can mention politely, of course. It's not a good topic for us writing task to, but you can mention. Treat to human, maybe you can say, or children. 2, 3 year old kids, girls were taken into these buildings. I've seen in the news. Not only one, two, three times. So it's a possible danger for everybody. As well, electricity shortage and infrastructure. So what do you need to do for writing task 2? In the coming sessions, I think we will study as well in the lessons, but I will teach you step by step that Albina knows. Writing task 2, we have topics. According to topics, we have vocabulary. You need to learn basic vocabulary according to the topic. So just use them in the sentence. Use them in the sentence. This is all. So one more example. Oh, but I'm copy pasting in chat box. Again, we need to start now a little bit faster, please. Coming back to the page. Albina, intro is up to you. Mark, please listen carefully.
Okay.
Because you need to continue
Alright.
from Albina's intro.
Okay. Так. Um, introduction. Some people believes. Um, it's widely believed that the how would say, I forgot this word in English.
Upbringing, maybe you want to say. How to raise kid, technique, approach, method. Raising, upbringing.
No. How people believe the just a second,
Stereotype.
maybe I will try it. No. Just a
Tradition, culture,
second. Behavior.
behavior. Behavior? It's not about belief.
um, the behavior of the children's just it's widely believed that the behavior of the children's in the society has become an increasingly important issue in today's society. And should I mention the question with a part of the parents, or I just can use the just behavior of the children's as a
You
topic?
can say anything about it, but be careful, it should be on topic.
Mhm. Um, it's widely believed that the behavior of the children's in society has become an increasingly important issue in today's society, as it significantly impacts both individuals and communities.
Mhm.
While some argue that uh, parents should teach them. Others suggest that school is the best place to learn them, to learn them.
Mhm.
This um, And this essay will discuss both perspectives and provide the reasoned opinion on the matter. The issue of the issue of
Then,
um I forgot this word. Just me check it. Um, education, maybe um the issue of education of the children has sparked much debate in recent years, with differing view on its impact and importance. In this essay, I will examine both sides of the argument and conclude by offering my perspective on the matter. And should I start the paragraph one?
paragraph is mark.
Okay.
So one of the main reason for uh, positive, negative impact uh, um, 1 second. Should I say something in this place where positive or negative impact?
You need
Or
to separate them. Positive, one paragraph, negative, one paragraph, maybe. Then you can.
yeah. Okay. One of the main reasons for negative impact is that parents spend parents spend their time to teach their children of good behavior.
Mm-hmm.
As an example, when in a family there was only one parent,
Mm-hmm.
they
Single parent kids.
single parent kids,
Mm-hmm.
they may not have enough knowledge and time to um, educate them right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Also, some families um may don't think about social barriers
Mm-hmm.
and um, teach their child uh,
How to behave,
to
how to act
be
in the society, how to be the member of the society, maybe.
and they may forget to uh, teach how to be in a society.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Then, Albina.
The second paragraph.
Yep.
Uh, the on the other hand, there is those who believe that um, children should be upbringing uh, by the school. Um, this viewpoint is supported by the children uh, spend spend a lot of time at school in society.
Mhm.
Um, it's often argued that this viewpoint is supported by by fact that children spend their a lot of time um, at school and also with their friends mostly.
Mhm.
Mm, this may be 8 hours, and it's often argued that their surrounders and friends can be affect negatively, as
Can
this can lead to
affect negatively, not affect.
affect negatively, and as this can lead to some negative consequences like the drug addiction, the consuming alcohols, and an early age, um, maybe their behavior can be changed. Um, for instance, statistics, or for instance, real life examples of the most teenagers shows that the negative side of the having the wrong surrounders.
Mhm.
In contrast, oh my god. Uh, can I add something or
You
negative
can.
side of okay. The shows that negative sides of the having the wrong surrounders, because most teenagers on the base on this fact, they can start to consume nicotine, or drugs at the early age,
Mhm.
despite of the upbringing of parents and the school upbringing of the parents and the school.
Mhm.
In contrast, um, in contrast, in contrast, mostly it depends on the personality of the child,
Mhm.
which country. It depends on the personality of the child, uh, because not every child can be impacted by their surrounders, and which contradicts the previous argument. While it's true that mm, while it's true that uh, mostly um, the the people or society where we spend a lot of time can affect on our behavior.
Mhm.
This is often overlooked. Um, Nevertheless, the significance of the school upbringing of the school sites cannot be ignored, um, as uh, uh, education from the parent side of the good behavior on society too.
Mhm. Then. Mark, is up to you.
To sum up, to sum up, the
Just fill in the blanks. Easier.
I to sum up, the society may cause some difficulties, and parents may cause some problems to children's behavior in society, and the importance of people who surround you is uncountable, or I don't know how to say
Not
it correctly.
uncountable. It will be just a little bit weird. Maybe you need to find another idea or another word. Ignore, neglect, not taken into consideration, cannot be considered.
Cannot be considered. Yeah, it's sound.
Uncountable is about, I
Cannot
think,
be.
about 3. So I cannot count them.
No.
So
No. Cannot be underestimated. Can we say that?
cannot be underestimated. Maybe we can
And
say.
underestimated. And so all evidence suggests that schools schools are better place to teach behavior rather
Behavior,
than
not behavior.
behavior rather than parents. And what is mean imperative? And it is imperative that
It is imperative. It can be considered that. Imperative. Do you know in English grammar rule? Imperative. Do it. Get up. Command.
And it is imperative that you always must look at your surroundings.
Then you need to give me your idea. Maybe you can say how I believe, or I believe in that. You can start this sentence because discuss both ways and give your own opinion. It is written. You need to give me your own opinion at that clearly, or in conclusion, in any verse. It's not problem. In conclusion, you need to repeat your idea again. So how I believe, as I believe, I hold the position. I'm advocate of the position. Something like that. You need to show me your position clearly in conclusion. So, I need to come to the end because I need to run to another classroom now. So, what I want from you, can you write me by WhatsApp? Kurmanjan, I hope I pronounce your name correctly. Feedback of the webinar to make new ones better. Okay, Mark,
Yeah.
thank you for it. I hope you liked. This is little bit with few people because IELTS writing task 2 is not a common topic. And it will be like a little bit lesson, not a webinar because I don't want to talk a lot. Normally I talk, but I don't want to talk a lot. In the lesson I will talk to teach the beginning of writing task 1, writing task 2 to teach you. So if you have friends who want to learn English, general English, IELTS, academic, it doesn't matter, or German as well, you can come to the next meetings together. You can invite here. It will be better for us if we are a little bit crowd. So I can hold a lot of meetings with a lot of people like these webinars. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So
I will
do you have
try.
questions?
Um, I think no.
Okay. As I said to you, if you have friends, just write me directly by WhatsApp. Then I will create new webinars for all of us. So thank you for today. Take care of yourself. Please follow our news for the new webinars. Bye bye for now.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.